Hello and welcome to the United States History 1 in the Freshman Academy. Throughout the upcoming semester, as a group of historians, we will be exploring America's past. What is this thing we call the United States of America? We will explore the foundations to better understand where we can fit ourselves into the nation that we call home, to draw inspiration for our own lives from the struggles of those who have come before us, and to better light our way to the world we have a hand in shaping. We will study these subjects and many more, learning to analyze and think critically of the past through primary source documents. We will utilize discussions, debates, group assignments, and individual projects to further our understanding of the past. Throughout our sequence of study, we're going to begin with the founding of the 13 colonies and move right into the American Revolution. What led the American colonies to fight Great Britain, and move all the way up to the American Civil War and the period directly after it called Reconstruction. During the semester, there are important parts of the grading policy that you will want to understand. First, homework will count for 20% of your grade. Quizzes, 20% of your grade. Exit tickets are also considered quizzes, and we'll be talking about those more next week. Also, projects and essays are going to be 30%, and tests are also going to be 30%. This number totals 100% of your quarter grade. Yes, we're going to be together for 2 quarters, quarter 1 and quarter 2. Now, to add up quarter 1 and quarter 2, we come over here. Quarter 1 is going to be 40% of your grade. Then you'll be taking a midterm exam, which is 10%. Quarter 2 is going to be 40% of your grade. The final exam is also going to be 10% of your grade for a total of 100%. So throughout the next semester, we're going to be putting all of these pieces together and working towards the highest grade that we can possibly get. We'll be discussing this more each week as we look at our Monday cards. Now to talk about that pesky homework policy. Yes, homework is a requirement, and it's going to be an even bigger requirement as we move into flipped learning. Gone are the excuses of my dog ate my homework. All of our homework is going to be done electronically. So you will be working on your iPad and be submitting your homework on Schoology via your iPad. You will be using a Dropbox on Schoology, and we're going to be working on that explanation soon and practicing today when we actually turn in our syllabus. So make sure you do your homework. Again, it is worth 20% of your grade in this class. As I stated before, you're going to be taking 2 exams, a mid-semester exam at the end of our first quarter together, and our final exam, which comes at the end of the course. Now don't panic. You don't need to look like this guy. We are going to do plenty of preparation and work, both through study guides and practice quizzes and exams, as well as possibly some games. So instead of looking like this guy, all you need to remember is to keep calm and study for the exams. If you actually study and do the work, then you're going to be just fine come exam day. Monday cards are a great tool for you to use each week. Every Monday, you will be given a form by me that states your current grade, along with any missing assignments that you have. You will then have the opportunity to complete these assignments and turn them in later in the week for partial credit. This is a great opportunity to get caught up on any work that you're absent on or that you just fell behind on. Don't forget to take advantage of this opportunity. Also, parents are expected to see your Monday card and to sign it. So make sure when these go home on Monday night that you show it to your parents and they make sure to sign it and turn it in on Schoology. Now here's your history notebook. Yes, it does say notebook under here somewhere. Unfortunately, my Schoology icon blocked it. However, here's your history notebook. You do not need a pen and paper for this class. All you need to bring each day is your iPad, your Schoology app, Note Anytime, and we'll be using Dropbox every now and then. But you need to get familiar with Schoology and Note Anytime. Alright, just to be clear here, food and beverages in class are not allowed. This is primarily due to allergies of our classmates. We're never sure who's allergic to what, but also we want to maintain the cleanliness of our classroom. So the only thing you're allowed to have in our class is water. So make sure to leave your food and beverage at home, but please feel free to bring in a water bottle, especially if you tend to get thirsty in class. Then you don't have to leave the room or miss anything. Speaking of missing class time, here's the restroom policy. Anytime you leave the class, you need to make sure to sign out at the front of the room and take the bathroom pass. If you get to the bathroom without it, somebody's going to send you back to get it, and then you'll have to go back. So make sure you take the bathroom pass with you. It's very important. Every time you leave the room, you should think about this. I am missing out on an important educational opportunity for this frivolous errand. We want to keep these as short as possible and as infrequent as possible. Each student is only allowed to leave the classroom twice each week. After that, you will be asked to provide a doctor's note for any other reasons to be excused from the room. Alright, this is an important one. You heard about this at orientation, and you'll be hearing about it plenty of other times from other teachers. But I'll walk you through it one more time, because absences can cause you to fail a class, and nobody wants to fail due to attendance. So, for each 80-minute class you miss, you accumulate 2 attendance points. So, you are allowed 6 attendance points per class per quarter. If you miss 3 classes, that equals 6 attendance points, and you're just fine. However, if you're tardy or you are absent one more time and you go to 7 points, then you fail the class no matter what. This is called a failed due to absences. Even if you have a 95 in the class, your grade will be moved to a 59. For a 2-quarter class, you are allowed 12 attendance points, and on the 13th, you fail for the entire semester. So you really want to keep track and check Power School to make sure that you're on top of your attendance points. Finally, students who arrive 20 minutes late in the morning will accumulate 1 attendance point. That's right, if you are just 20 minutes late, you get an attendance point. Finally, students who arrive 40 minutes late will accumulate 2 attendance points. So these add up quickly. If you are 40 minutes late to first period, then that counts as 1 absence. These are really only applied to Mondays and Tuesdays, because on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday you have advisory. Your advisory teacher will explain more about the advisory absence policy. All you need to know is to get there on time. Monday and Tuesday, class starts at 8:18. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, advisory starts at 7:50. Let's turn our attention to the work that we do. And one issue that we have is plagiarism. Plagiarism is the unauthorized use or close imitation of the language and thoughts of another author and the representation of them as one's own original work. Plagiarism is a serious offense in academic work, so we will learn how to accurately cite information gained from outside sources. Turnitin.com will be used when a paper is being submitted to check for proper citation. See Student Handbook for further details on plagiarism, but we'll be making sure that we use Turnitin to avoid any plagiarism. Turnitin.com is a website that allows students to submit their paper. So once you're finished, you submit it to Turnitin.com, and after the due date, it produces a report. This report highlights any information, for example here in red, that it believes you got from a website, and it tells me exactly which website it came from. It also will do this with other student papers. So if you get a paper from a student in one of our classes from the previous year, it will show up here automatically. If that happens, you are subject to disciplinary actions and further consequences. It's important that we work hard to not plagiarize. Do your own work, think ahead, and avoid the consequences of copying and pasting anybody's own work. All right, everybody, thank you so much for listening, and welcome to U.S. History 1.